This morning I noticed that this sketchbook is almost halfway filled up and I still have this ugly cover on it. No offense to Strathmore, but I generally like to add a custom cover at some point. This drawing right here was just kind of a little doodle that I did on a paint swatch that I left there because I had some extra paint. And I really liked how this looks, the black with paint pen over it and then black paint pen outlining. This is a real thin Posca marker. These are a couple of thumbnails that I've already done, and I'm thinking about expanding on one of these two ideas. More sketching definitely needs to be done, and maybe some color comps. And so let's draw, shall we? I kind of want to have like a lounging position, but because it's portrait mode instead of landscape mode, it's kind of rough to do that. So I'm looking for a real comfy looking seated pose. So the idea is that it's her job to hang the stars in the sky. She's sort of the figurative optimist. She places bits of light in the dark, right? I think this is it. Okay, I went off camera for a moment to make some pain in the butt repairs to these corners that I'd completely ripped off. I wanted to make sure to get those fixed before the whole thing started tearing off. I'm gonna stick some regular copy paper in here so that it doesn't get paint on the pages. And I am just using a craft grade paint. This is from Michael's and it's like a few cents. And you can also find it at Walmart or, I don't know, lots of different places. I think this is a really good alternative to the acrylic gouache, which I love, and that would kind of be my go-to paint for sketchbooks if it weren't so way more expensive than just doing it this way. I paint often enough that my brushes are pretty much always just sitting here in dirty water. I think I'm just gonna go to this line because I don't want to try and get in between all of those cracks. I'm gonna go ahead and do the sketch in paint, or paint pen rather. I know that might be scary to some people, but paint is paint overable and it works. Don't be scared, do it. Okay. It would be really cool if I had one of those thingies that helps you make really good circles, but I don't. me see if I can get the text in, or the sketch for the text in. So here's a little hack. If you are writing out a word in a defined space, it helps to start with the first and last letters and work your way towards the middle. Because if it's going to be smushed in the middle, it's still going to kind of look more even than if you try to smush it at the very end. That worked out decently. Okay, let's give her a face. Not sure if I want to do her tank top in Posca or regular paint. This is kind of darker than I would like. I don't know, maybe it'll look okay on there. I think it would be a lot easier with Poscas, so let's try it. All right, that works. And then I am gonna go ahead and use the same blue on the pants. I think that'll tie it together nicely. Oops. This one. Okay, I'm losing light, but while I still have some of this purple for her hair on my palette, I'm gonna try and get some highlights in by mixing it with some of the lighter purple from the clouds. Okay, I'm liking how it's going so far. I'm gonna need to pick it up again tomorrow when there's better light. Session 2. The next thing I'm gonna do is something I'm a little worried about doing, and that is getting the metallic gold in there on the stars. But you know, I won't know how it looks until I do it. Okay, so I don't hate the metallicness of the gold, but it doesn't stand out against that yellow at all. I don't know, I'll worry about that when it gets dry. Okay, potentially this could be done right now, but that's not how I roll. I like how that looks. There is one slight issue. The texture of this is yucky to the touch. It's really chalky. And also I'm realizing now that I've got artwork on here how very, very flimsy this is. So I want to put a coat of some kind of sealant over it, probably matte Mod Podge. I'm a little bit worried that I'm gonna somehow screw it up, but I just can't stand the texture of this. Like, I'm not gonna wanna touch it very often, and it's kind of important that I touch it because it's my sketchbook. Also, maybe I should have waited to put the tape on, because now I feel like I need to cover this tape up. I'll do that with this for the moment, and I will just risk putting some Mod Podge on here to strengthen it. Okay, it's dry. It has a much nicer texture to it. It's sealed. It feels a little bit stronger than it was before. So for the record, that totally works over paint pens and craft grade paint. You can use Mod Podge to seal it. It works. Yeah, there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Do all that stuff. Subscribe and click like and press buttons and stuff. I'd really appreciate it.